Forgive the camera angle. I've literally got a sock holding the microphone stand tied to the tripod stand, which just broke. The handle, oh well, yeah, it has it, it's broken. Where's the actual camera? So, yeah, don't buy these cheap Wish tripods, they're crap. They snap, unless I make that a permanent fixture and weld it together. Anywho, so, what's that doing there? So last night was, crap. Last night was, oh my, everything's ruined. Last night was a pretty bad night for me. Why the hell have I got 3 of these? Shit. Oh, that sucks. So I've ended up with 3 DB9s, 2 serial ports for no 2 male, 1 female. I'm still waiting for a VGA to Amiga adapter to arrive. None of those fit. So anyway, last night was a bad night for me. I have a confession to make. If you listen to the wisdom of such sacred men as Kenneth Copeland, Benny Hinn, Pat Robinson, what's the New Zealand equivalent? Graham, my old pastor. You know, the big guy. Holy shit. It'll come to me. You know, Bay Waters. Oh shit. Whatever. Don't worry about it. So my brain is, I've been a week out of hospital. My brain is nowhere near coming together again. That's why I'm rambling while I'm trying to remember Peter Mortlock's name. Peter Mortlock. Okay. So, confession to make. A week out of hospital. My body's still physically shaking all day. Nighttime's really bad. Voices in my head. I've nearly finished my medication that the hospital gave me, so I'm going to have to go to the doctors again. Alright, so, truth. So, listen to the holy words of the sacred men, such as Peter Mortlock and Brian Tamaki and stuff, and you'll realise, you'll know without a doubt that once you become born again, I'll have to say, in this denomination, it's kind of weird, the journey I've been through, because the Christianity I grew up with has nothing to do with the majority of Christianity. So I'm going to say I grew up in a small part of Christianity, the fundamentalist, Pentecostal, evangelical, conspiracy theory branch of Christianity. So I'm aware that there are Christians that have no experience with demonic possessions, deliverance from demons, and anointing with holy oil, and falling over and rolling on the ground in the Holy Spirit, and prophesying and speaking in tongues and all that. It's just part of what I grew up in. Has nothing to do with the worldwide. So again, now that I'm out of the fundamentalist sect or cult, as I call it, we can include Mormons as Christians if you want. I really don't care anymore. Catholics as Christians, whatever. J-dubs can be Christians now. You know, the old world that I grew up in, Anglicans weren't true Christians, and yada yada yada. Standard teaching, a lot of bullcrap. So I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is, if you listen to the great men of God, such as Brian Tamaki, Peter Mortlock, Creflo Dollar, whatever, Pentecostal, on fire for God pastors, you'll know for certain that once you become born again, all your troubles are over, all your worries are washed away by the blood of Christ, and you have no problems with your marriage, with your finances, anything. It's all God is in control of your life now. He has you in his arms and he'll take care of things. So in that environment, which is, yeah, I'm bringing this up because it happened back then. So when I was a fundamentalist Christian, cleansed by God in the blood of Christ, was the worst part of my life. Now out of that world, it's the best part of my life. So in the worst part of my life, so dissociative identity disorder was demons, Asperger's was demons, epilepsy was demons, and you either lived for Satan or you lived for God. There's no black. That's it. There's only two choices. Yes, there are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. I hope so. So, back then, so there were voices. Happened again last night. That's why I'm talking about it. Voices in my head. Now, I'm going to say this, but I'm going to bring up the fact that it was only unique to me. So it's because of my warped upbringing, I believe. This is totally unique to me. It has nothing to do with other drag queens, cross-dressers, transgender, whatever. So the voices in my head told me to go and buy a woman's clothing as a man. And they would tempt me to do things. Quite disgusting things. So when I created Nicola's name, it was for sexually perverted reasons. It was a some sort of sexual chemical happening by doing that, by being this alternate persona on the internet. And I mean, Nicola came out, I'd say about, 6-7 years after I created the account name for Nicola, she came out. So there was something there that was inside trying to get out, and she got out through this weird way, unique to me. So they were telling me, the voices in my head were telling me to buy lipstick and makeup and things like that, blah, 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 as a man, I should say. So, but the voices also told me to burn myself, cut myself, do really bad stuff, self-harm stuff to myself. That's a redundant word. So, yeah, all right, so that went away. So I left the fundamentalist world. So none of that happened ever again until last night. It's been happening a bit over the last 2 weeks. Before I went into the hospital, the voices were telling me to do some really bad things. And I shouted at them. And last night I just posted it on Facebook. I said, shut up, voices in my head, just shut up. I'm going to tell on you. So I sent my counsellor a message. I posted on Facebook. It's like, if these voices come back, I'm ringing 1737. I'm sick of this. This is from back in Waimarie. This is from years ago. This shouldn't be happening now. I thought this was all in my past. But there was like a chatter. This wasn't just the kill yourself, why don't you kill yourself, don't forget, don't rely on no one else, end all, kill yourself now. It wasn't just that voice. It was a whole lot of voices, a whole lot of chitter chatter. And I just like hugged myself, and I started doing that again too. It's called stimming or something, once I get stressed out. So I'm aware of, I'm just completely, I'm recovering from it now. I completely stressed myself out. I pushed myself far too far. So I don't want to go back to the doctors today. Anyway, so that's why, turn the chair around. That's why all this rubbish is been untouched for weeks. I just haven't had the mind, the brain, access to my brain's still scattered. I can't make a coherent thought, let alone work on any of these things. One thing I am gonna do. This is Japanese PlayStation, and I bought it on the promise that the guy that sold it to me would give me the box that it came in with all the games that it came with and the controllers. And of course he's disappeared, gone back to Japan. So I need to just buy a converter from 240 volts New Zealand to 110. Should say it on the power thing. Oh, see, it's underneath, is it? 100 volts, 10.5 watts. So I'm going to JCar to get an adapter. This is going straight up on Marketplace with a couple of games. Yeah. Boarding, the skateboarding games and I'm not going to play them. I'm using my PlayStation to create music with. That's my focus. So I've got Music 2000 and of course Crash, the original Crash and all that. Never sell those. But anyway, so tomorrow, probably Monday, I don't know, because I haven't been able to even do anything on the computer for more than 5 minutes at a time. See, there's this pain right there, and I'm just I'm not concentrating. I can't concentrate on something. Wow. And I'm saying all this now because, of course, Dad's gone to the supermarket to get his weekly shopping, groceries. So I have time to speak out loud and say what the fuck I want to say. Just spell my name right. So I got out of hospital and he's just been ready to fight me about the way I drove the car, where I was parking the car, what I was having for breakfast. It's like, I just got out of hospital. Can you tone it down a bit? Not attack me so often. So it's now headphones. It's now headphones when I go shopping with him because we're in the bloody mall, Glenfield Mall, and he's yelling out, "What country is this? Who are all these foreigners?" So I found it. It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing, and you have to apologize. Like he's lost this little tap, if you can think of a switch, which holds you back from being a racist, fucking bigoted piece of crap. He hasn't got that anymore. He just says what he wants to say to whoever he wants to say it to, except for the lady that's taking him shopping. He'll only complain about her when she's gone. Then I'll get to know everything she did wrong. So anyway, I pushed myself too much. I'm going to get back into this. I'm going to say Monday. It's Thursday in New Zealand. Is it? Yeah. So going to say Monday. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to start working on all of this. Get this car finished. Get this Amiga put together and sold because I've maxed out both credit cards. Not a very good thing to be doing. So now I can honestly say after 20 something years, so I bought this 20 years ago to read, right? So this goal, this is the final goal, I think. The final goal, isn't that amazing? Is to figure out what all this garbage, boring, black and white, boring notes things are. There's a cleft or a clave or a stave or something. Oh, that's why I never knew. See, there's never been a bass clef in the sheet music that I've been buying for guitar. So that's why I couldn't understand. I threw a hissy fit. My brain threw me for a loop when it came to bass clefs. So, bloody hell. And there's no way that is what the guitar. Sorry, I've forgotten his name. Jimi Hendrix. Oh God, Robert Plant. Jimmy Page. That's nothing. That is not what Jimmy Page is playing. So, once I conquer this, then I'll go to the... I mean, it's YouTube these days. Everything's YouTube. The note for note solo that he plays. And I'm saying this could take 5 years for me to learn this song. But at least I've had this book for 20 years and not even got to page 1. So having gone from 20 years to complete it to 5 years is a hell of a lot of a goal. So I'm starting to learn the piano notes, what quarter notes are, what whole notes are. They're all there, all the boring stuff. So what I've done, step 1, going to make reading this black and white boring crap fun. That's the first step. No matter how long it takes, make it fun. I have no idea what these notes are. In a month's time, I'll probably be able to read this music and go, oh, that's easy. I know all that. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Keep that out. So I bought the Randy Rhoads Blizzard of Oz book and Joe Satriani's Surfing with an Alien. Still got the books. Never read. I did start learning Surfing with an Alien, just too hard. But anyway, that's not the focus. The focus is just to create my own songs now, based loosely on Chopin and Strauss and Mozart and the guy that killed Mozart. I watched Amadeus last night. Oh, it's so cool. Anywho, so thanks for watching. Update on mental health and gaming and camera work and putting electronic crap together. Bye.